What's going on, guys? It's Steve. So the Boston Celtics just told the New York Knicks that they don't want Carmelo Anthony. What the hell is going on right now, man? This is a very strange situation. This is the first time in my life that I've seen teams not want a star. Now, it's kind of Melo's fault as well because Melo only wants to go to a good team. But for example, if the Celtics were to trade for a Carmelo Anthony type player, that would mean they would have to give up Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, some of their best defenders and some of the best defenders in the NBA. So there's more to it than just, we can get a superstar, because it'll mix up their entire roster. The entire roster will be different. So the Boston Celtics came out and they said they don't want Carmelo Anthony. So where else can he go? The Los Angeles Clippers. That is the only place Melo can go at this moment. Now, I know I've been covering this trade for a long time, for the last few days, but I'm going to continue to cover it as news come out. But that's kind of crazy that no teams want him. The Cleveland Cavaliers didn't want him. The Boston Celtics don't want him. So to me, it's just like, who the hell wants Carmelo? I know the Clippers do. They don't want to give up any of their big three. So if they can manage to get that and keep him, that'll be crazy. But I'm surprised that they don't want to, get Melo. I can understand why, because of defensive reasons and things like that. But in my honest opinion, I would give up those two defenders to get a star player like Melo. Because think about it, you'd have a big three. You'd have Melo, Isaiah Thomas, and Al Horford. As much as I clown on Al Horford, he's still a pretty solid player. He's not an NBA superstar by any means, but he's still a pretty solid player. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. And then when you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, they would have to give up Kevin Love, obviously, but they would probably get a Brandon Jennings as well. So that would be a pretty solid trade. Melo could play the 4 spot. And then if they play in the finals against the Warriors, he can guard Draymond Green, someone that's not really mobile. He's mobile with screens and stuff, but it's not like he's going to come off screens and hit threes in your face. You don't have to worry about that. Because LeBron can get KD, J.R. Smith can get Curry, and Kyrie could get Clay. Et cetera, et cetera. For some reason, I don't know why Clay doesn't try to cook Kyrie, because that height advantage is something else, right? So more news going on is that the Knicks and Clippers are actually continuing to talk about trading, Melo, to get Melo. This is from Slam Online, Yahoo Sports, Deadspin, ESPN. And actually, the crazy thing is that the New York Daily Times is reporting this, ESPN's reporting this, Yahoo Sports. Everyone's reporting that the Boston Celtics told the Knicks that they're not interested, which is kind of crazy, because if you think about it, the Boston Celtics right now, they're a good team, but they're not title contenders. There's only two title contenders in the NBA at this moment: the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. So my question arises is, if the Boston Celtics were to get a Carmelo Anthony, and on top of that, be able to keep at least one of their two best defenders, hopefully Avery Bradley, because he's scoring 17 points per game, so he's a big part of their offense and defense. They can get rid of Jay Crowder, but keep Avery Bradley. Do you think they would be title contenders with Melo, Isaiah, Avery Bradley, and Al Horford? That's something to think about, because that would be a really good team. That'd be a very, very good team. You have Isaiah Thomas at the guard position, Melo at the forward position, Al Horford at the center position, and then you have Avery Bradley at the 2 spot, and you can just do your thing. So I think that would be a good team. The only thing is, Melo, he's so much money to try and maintain that it's going to be hard, because, to be honest, the only way the Clippers can get him is if, because Chris Paul and Blake Griffin are both free agents, if they want to re-sign, they're going to have to use bird rights to try and sign them to a max and things like that, yada, 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 whatever. But at the same time, it's something to think about. It's something very important to think about. And to be honest, I would have done it. I would have traded Kevin Love. I would have traded any single person besides LeBron for Melo and Kyrie, because Kyrie's very young and he's the future of that franchise, not Kevin Love. Kevin Love's a great player, but Kyrie Irving is the future of that franchise. And someone brought up this thing that, Melo's not a playmaker. He only averages 3 assists. Assists really doesn't make you a playmaker, to be honest. Kyrie Irving's averaging like 5 or 6, but no one considers him a playmaker. We consider him an ISO scorer. He's not a playmaker. Playmaker is someone like a LeBron or like a Chris Paul. Those are playmakers, and that's that, man. It's a very weird situation. I've never seen anything like this in my life, where no one wants Melo. It's like everyone's hating on Carmelo, and it's a very strange situation. Very, very strange situation, because, to be honest, this year has just been downhill for Melo. It was supposed to be a recovery year, rehab year, and for some reason he's not He's not an all-star, and his team's not in playoff contention right now. And the Knicks don't want him, and other teams don't want him. It's very sad. Anyway, guys, it's been Steve. I'm out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.